Sarge welcomes you to another edition of Conversational Shaving. Isn't that right, Sarge?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, hello there. I've already prepped my face with Village Barber shaving oil, and the cat's trying to get in. Let me leave the door open just a smidgen so the cat can come in if he wants to. Oh, let's see here. My razor today is going to be this 3-piece non-adjustable Gillette, made mostly of aluminum, or all the way of aluminum perhaps. It was a Falkland Islands era British military razor. And in there, and what's going to be its second use, will be one of these Derby Extra blades. Okay, my soap today is going to be this current formula, which I guess they're not going to sell anymore, of Williams mug soap. It's been around since 1840 and they're getting rid of it. That's kind of crazy. But it's not as good as some of the older versions of it that I have that have a different formula. Cat's out there playing with the little spring thing that the bumper or whatever for when the door opens, and so that the door doesn't go through the wall or whatever. The little spring with the bumper on the end of it. So let's see here. I had poured some hot water. Let me pour some more. Some of it was starting to leak out there. Alright, and let me see. I'm going to do a little bit more. Oh, by the way, my brush today is going to be this Wilkinson Sword boar brush, which I've had good luck using with this soap. I got the soap on a scuttle here. I can barely lift my left arm though, so the soap I put in the scuttle, I'll just lather it just a slight bit more here. There's the scuttle. I used to think that was handmade, but I've seen other ones of these for sale online. Okay, now let me set that over here and just slightly dip the tips of the brush in the water there, and I'll try to get a lather going on my face. I hope you're all doing well out there this week and always. Yeah, this version of Williams mug soap. I hope I didn't say Wilkinson mug soap. It's Williams. Wilkinson is the brush I'm using. But this stuff tends to dissipate on the face, but it provides a slick, if not terribly protective lather. And sometimes when I've lathered it for longer, I have managed to get it a little pastier on my face, and so that it did not dissipate as quickly. But let me go ahead and get started here for the first pass against the grain, and here we go. Still having trouble with my shoulder, and the hospital here was going to see me again, but they want me to go to a specialist in another municipality. A larger municipality. So I'll probably end up doing that, to see if a procedure could be done to hasten and make better the healing of this busted shoulder. So yeah, I got one arm in a sling. Very nice so far. About 2 days worth of growth here. Okay, continuing on here. Showering was a little bit easier today. The first couple of times, well, the second time I took a bath and then used the shower to rinse off. But just taking a shower is easier than it was the first time after busting the shoulder. Alright, rinse time again. Still some soap on my neck, but you can barely see it. Yeah, I'm sorry and a little surprised that they're not making the Williams mug soap anymore. I wish they would bring it back with one of the older formulas that were far superior to the final formula that they were using for it. And I'll have to use one of my older Williams mug soaps one of these days. Cat, do you want in or what? Crazy cat. Anyway, what side am I on here? The razor, this one I think. But time to cut my hair too. I can tell if I'm not careful I'll be growing a skullet before too long. Okay, that's pass number 1 complete. I'll come back for a second pass across the grain. Okay, it's time to go across the grain. Here we go. I tried to make the lather a little pastier so it might not dissipate as quickly, but I don't know. This razor came to me new, so even though I got it on eBay, not all of the stuff on there is used, but it must have been army surplus from the UK. Not a bad razor. A ball end razor. Probably some of the last ones that Gillette made of this type. Okay, rinse time. Okay. And just a standard derby blade, so maybe nothing to write home about, but it'll do the job. It was raining outside earlier, but it seems to have stopped. A couple of days ago we had quite a bit of rain and some quarter-size hail. In other words, hail in the size of a 25-cent piece here in the United States. Same size as a Canadian 25-cent piece, or quarters as we call them, because they're a quarter of a dollar. Maybe it's the same way in Australia, I don't know. What is it they have across the pond? Is it pence? Well, anyway, and I think now they have digital money across the pond. By digital, I mean base 10. I think it used to be, oh, I don't know, it went by 12s or something like that previously. Like on a clock, I think. And they changed that back in the 1970s, I think. Went to digital currency. Okay. I kind of re-lathered my neck, so I'm going to do the neck now. These derby green blades used to be known as good starter blades. You get some of these and then you'd get, either a Merkur 34C HD razor or an Edwin Jagger EJ89, I think it was. Somewhat forgiving and easy to start with double-edged razors with kind of a basic, simple, but reliable, for the most part, blade. I don't hear people, so many people are well entrenched in the hobby now that they don't talk as much, I don't think, about starter razors, starter blades. A lot of these good old Gillette razors of all different types would also be good starter razors, in my opinion. And a lot of blades. We've all probably, most of us, tried a lot of different blades, unless we got lucky and found our favorite blade early on, but there's a lot of other blades that could probably be as good or better than these derby blades for starting. And I'll be right back and then we'll go against the grain. Okay, it's time to go against the grain. I'll start on my neck this time. I'm hearing quite a lot of audio feedback still. I think I'll do something I don't usually do. I'll stay on this side of my head here and do this same side of my face that I just did of the neck, and just turn the razor over. Using the clean side of the razor on my face. Now I'll rinse the razor again. Okay, we'll go to the right side over here, start on the neck again. Some audio feedback there, but not as much over here. Now I'll flip the razor over and do this same side of my face. I usually get the neck all done on this pass before I go to the face. The other day I shaved off camera and didn't even do a shave of the day photo of the products I used, and I had about 3 days worth of, well, it was 3 days worth of growth, and I looked pretty disheveled. Okay, now I'll rinse again. No, I didn't really plan it this way. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm wearing a Gillette t-shirt. You know, it's kind of hard. You can't really tell from there. I'd have to back clear out of the room, but it's a Gillette t-shirt, and this is blocking it too. And I'm using a Gillette razor. Didn't plan it that way at all. It just kind of happened that way. Let's see. Not much soap left in the brush. I always seem to have better luck with this product, especially if I do it off camera, if I shave off camera. But I spend an awful lot more time lathering though. And that little inexpensive Wilkinson Sword brush can work wonders sometimes. This shave, while not uncomfortable, is probably nothing to write home about. We'll see. I put on some relaxing classical music outside because I knew at some point that cat was going to want in or out, and now he's disappeared. He's a great cat though, and I'll be right back for pickups. Okay, it's pickup time, everybody. There's the magical clock, if that's still available. Okay, here we go. The brush wasn't holding much lather because there wasn't much lather to hold. And I'm not going to do much more gilding the lily. I did get a tiny little weeper over there, but that'll seal up with some cold water. And I'll be right back with Mr. Towel. Say hello to Mr. Towel. Oh. I just got done rinsing my face off with some cold water, which was nice. Now I'll put Mr. Towel back where he goes, and I'll start a brief recap and put the finishing touches on this shave. So let me see if I can get the towel to go where it's supposed to. Okay. It's hard doing things pretty much one-handed here. A little bit of help from my lame arm here. But anyway, before I got on camera, I prepped my face with Village Barber shaving oil and let that sit while I did my lather and so forth. My razor has been this 3-piece non-adjustable ball end Gillette, made of aluminum. It's a military razor from the UK, the 1980s, mid-80s Falkland War era. And, okay, my soap has been, this current, soon to be no longer made, if they haven't quit making it already, Williams Mug shaving soap. I much prefer the older versions of this with the older formula that lathers well and doesn't dissipate like this lather often does. Okay. Oh, and in my razor, on its second use, I believe it was, the Derby Extra Blade. And my brush, in case I didn't show that to you again, the Wilkinson Sword boar brush. And those we have to order those from across the pond or something because I've never seen them for sale in the United States. Okay, now I'm going to apply some of this Dickinson's Witch Hazel, which is 14% alcohol by volume. So there may be some sting. Let me see if I can do this. Okay. Yeah, a little bit of sting, a little bit of feedback along those lines. That's not too bad, but I might apply just a little bit more of that because I didn't get much on my face. And I don't want to get it in my mouth either. See how I'm doing on time, doing okay. Okay, there we go. That's the Dickinson's Witch Hazel. And something I got, I meant to get the soap that goes with this, but that was sold out. And I thought I was buying the cream, but it turns out I was buying the balm, and they sent me the wrong balm. The balm, I guess, that goes with another soap and aftershave. There's the Floris London number 89 aftershave. I guess that's the soap that with this scent was the old tried and true version that what's his name, Daniel Craig, the most recent James Bond shaved with on camera in one of his movies. I think he did a straight razor shave. But anyway, I'll get this going in my hands. It does smell nice. It smells almost citrusy to me. Well, a lot of sting there, but that's okay. So I gotta remember to put some up behind the ears, on the temples, some on the wrists, and back of the neck, some more. It's hard to do things almost one-handed, but that's really nice stuff. And since that Williams Mug shaving soap just has a very mild soapy scent to it, I can't say that this clashes with it. The Floris number 89, is it? Yeah, aftershave, right there. And one more thing, and we'll get going. Here's the balm I ended up ordering by mistake, and I think they sent me the wrong one because I don't see where it would say number 89. Oh, it does say number 89, aftershave balm. So I was wrong. They did send me the right balm, but I was hoping to get some cream because the soap of this type was sold out on the US Floris website. There's the balm. It says in very tiny letters down here in gold down by the cap there that this is the number 89. Before I just saw where it said aftershave balm. So I'm half right, I guess. And got a little bit there. They sent me some Cologne samples. I'm already wearing the Cologne little bitty 2 ounce, I think, samples of I forget what, I think it's called Platinum or something. Very nice stuff. Smells even better than this aftershave and balm. But I just got those samples, and that is an eau de parfum, those samples are. I put some of that on after, it was like tiny little vials, but they had a little sprayer on them. And I just used part of one and kind of sprayed myself and my t-shirt down after I got out of the shower earlier. Let's see. Hope I'm okay. I don't want to get this stuff in my eyes, but I want to kind of get some on my eyelids maybe. It's supposed to be good for the skin. La la la. I guess I make things more complicated than they need to be sometimes, but I guess that's okay. I think I'm done there. Not a BBS shave, but definitely a DFS shave, a darn fine shave. And I'll see you next time. There's that balm again. On behalf of myself, the cat, and the towel, peace.